now we're going to add an event listener with the enter frame event to actually do the rotation. So it's going to be canon underscore MC dot add event listener, and it's going to be event dot enter frame, and this is going to call the function rotate canon that we are going to set up after these messages. Alright, cool. Now we're going to make the rotate canon function. So function rotate canon event Now this is just basically going to say if it's the left key that's pressed down, it's going to rotate one way, and if it's the right key, it's going to rotate the other way. So we're going to set if it's left key down and the rotation of the movie clip and gum movie clip. If the rotation is greater than the min rotation, then you're gonna subtract 1 degree from the rotation. So it keeps on going until it hits that min that we set. So it's going to be canon underscore MC dot gun underscore MC dot rotation, and that's going to be -1 of the rotation speed. And then the same thing occurs for the right side. So we're going to copy paste. If the right key is down and the rotation is less than the max rotation, then canon rotation is plus equals the rotation speed. Close that function up, and then we're going to set the final function, which is going to be the release key function, which the release key function, which is basically going to say the key is up, set the key back to false, so the boolean back to false, so it knows that the key is not being pressed, so you don't get any weird, just keep on turning. So the key release function is a keyboard event, and this is a terrible tutorial. Okay, now I'm going to set a variable for key to let it know when it's up, set the boolean to false. So is integer equals key code. Okay, so if key underscore equals keyboard left. So if keyboard left, if it's up, it calls the release key, because the stage up here we set up the event listener, and when the keyboard event of the key coming up, it calls the release key function, which is this. So this holds the value of the key code. So if the key code event, which is this, if it's the left key and it's up, then we're just gonna set the left key down to false. And then we're going to do the same thing for the right side. If the event code key for this function, the release key, is on the right, then we're going to set right key down to false. And then the final task is to call the original function that we set up of start me up here, so that it can listen for your key commands. So start me, and that should do it.